Good evening, YouTube. This is Flight Sim Guy, and today I want to take some time to let you know. I'm just gonna do a quick how-to video on how to get started in the flight simulation simming hobby. While I'm talking about that, in the background, I'm doing a quick flight in the Embraer Phenom 100 from Kingston, Jamaica to Montego Bay, all VFR. So what I'm going to do is have that video going on in the background while I go ahead and give a quick briefing on how to get started with simming. The video is about 18 minutes long, so let me go ahead and get started. Alright, so flight simulation. I did some serious thinking about it, and regarding the barriers to entry, it's a pretty expensive hobby. I mean, it costs a lot of money to get started. Once you get started, the only thing it's going to cost you is time. Alright, so let's get to it. First thing you're going to need is a computer. What kind of computer? On the FSX group on Facebook, I keep seeing people posting all the time, oh, is this computer good enough? Is this computer good enough? You got to remember something. FSX came out in 2006. This is 2016. The game is 10 years old. It's a 32-bit app, and just about any computer you buy nowadays will run it. You just need to make sure your computer has or meets three criteria. Number one, has a quad-core processor. What that means is the CPU has four separate physical cores on one die. Any Intel i5 or i7 quad-core processor will do just fine. Make sure you have 8 gigs of RAM and at least 1 or 2 gig memory graphics card. As long as you need to make sure you have a separate independent graphics card. AMD, Nvidia, doesn't matter, at least 1 to 2 gigs and you'll be good to go. Now, having said that, where do you find such a computer? Like I said, just about anything will run FSX nowadays. Just go to Dell. Any Dell XPS computer will do just fine. Or go to cyberpowerpc.com. Any gaming computer from that website, cyberpowerpc.com, any computer from that website will run FSX just fine. Alright, so first you got the computer. The next thing you need to get is a monitor. Don't kill yourself. Go to tigerdirect.com and pick up yourself a monitor. They have monitors anywhere from 19 to 20 inches all the way up to 32 inches. Prices range from $99 all the way through $250. You know, just go ahead and get what you need. Next, you need some accessories or some peripheral gadgets. You will need a yoke and a throttle quadrant to, so you can simulate the engine controls. And you're gonna need rudder pedals. So you can either go ahead and get the Cytec yoke, which comes with the throttle quadrant, and then get the Cytec rudder pedals, or you can forego both of those and just get a Cytec X52, which includes a thruster and a joystick. Now, the good thing about this particular setup is you can fly fighter jets with FSX, and it comes more natural. Having said that, flying general aviation aircraft with a joystick, it will work, but it just doesn't feel the same. So, what's next? That's the main hardware, but you also need some sort of documentation. Isn't it funny nowadays, you buy computers, you buy stuff, you never get any documentation? Well, as it turns out, there is a book that you can get on Amazon that deals with flight simulation, and that book costs about $20, and it's a basic guide to simming, and if you've never done any simming before, it will get you up to speed in no time. I highly recommend this book. I bought it myself several years back. I've went through it several times, and it takes you through getting started with a Cessna 172 to a more powerful darn, I don't remember the name of the plane. And it goes from anyhow to a more powerful single engine. Then it takes you to the twin engine, and then it just works you all the way up to the process. It talks about weather, VFR flying, IFR flying, and it gives you everything you need to know to get started. It also uses the stock aircraft that comes with FSX. Then you need to get a simulator software program. Obviously, you want to go ahead and get Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's right now the only place you can get it is on Steam, and it goes for $25. Occasionally they have it on sale where it only costs $5. Or you can go ahead and get X-Plane, which costs about $60. But believe me, if you've never done simming before or you're new to aviation, you want to stay away from X-Plane. It's pretty complicated. Or you can get P3D, Prepared. That is a warmed over version of FSX. What happened was Microsoft sold FSX, the source code, to Lockheed Martin, and they updated the code. So FSX is the grandfather, so to speak, of P3D. But P3D in and of itself is a very, very expensive simulator. It costs over $100 based on the license that you get. So you want to go ahead and stick with FSX for about $25. And then there's a program called FSU IPC. I won't get into what that program is, what it does. Just take my advice, go ahead and get it. You can download it and use it for free, but to get all the good features out of it, you need to pay a license fee of about $30. Trust me, it's worth it. Go ahead and get FSU IPC. Then there is vPilot, which is a free download so you can fly online. And then you want to budget about $100 for various add-ons. The stock planes that come with FSX, they're kind of crappy, to be totally honest. And all the good add-ons cost money. So I'd say budget about $100 for add-ons. And looking at everything, this is where we stand. To get started in simming, it's going to cost you at least $1,500 to $1,800. And that's where it gets expensive getting started, buying all the hardware and all the software and whatnot. But once you get all that stuff, the only thing it's going to cost you is time. Alright, speaking of time, let's see how I'm doing here. I'm doing pretty good. Alright, so once you've gotten all the hardware and the software and you got everything plugged in, probably asking yourself, what can you do? The question you should ask yourself is, what can't you do? With flight simulation software and the hardware and everything hooked up, it allows you to indulge in your passion regarding aviation. You can practice visual flight rules flying, VFR flying. You can practice instrument flight rules flying, IFR flying. Flight simulation, or FSX, is very, very, very good at training to get your IFR certification. You can, what else can you do? You can play multiplayer. You can connect with other people online and fly together. You can do formation flying. You can do airplane racing. You can join a virtual airline and pretend to be a pilot flying for a virtual airline, with salaries and performance and all that kind of stuff. You can download add-ons for complex aircraft such as commercial airlines, Embraer 190, Boeing 737. Those are called study simulations because you don't just load them up and fly. They simulate just about everything that real planes do, and it literally takes months to be proficient at them. So if you're the kind of person that enjoys a challenge or enjoys learning, go ahead and get one of those complex add-ons and just have at it. Let's see, what else can you do? You can trick out your scenery. One of the things that I like to do is there's plenty of add-ons that enhances the FSX experience. And one such add-on is AI carriers, and what it does is it allows you to spawn an aircraft carrier in anywhere in the FSX world. And then once I do that, I get a Navy plane such as the F-14 Tomcat or the T-45 Goshawk or any Navy plane such as that, and I can do carrier landings and takeoffs. You can also do shared cockpits. That's where you and another player, both having the same installation installed, the same plane set up on both machines, You can join a multiplayer session and share cockpits, so you and someone else can play pilot and co-pilot. When you fly online on the VATSIM network, you're playing pilot while other people are playing air traffic controllers, and you get to learn the process of talking with ATC. Now, having said that, ATC communications, that's like a different ball of wax altogether. Learning the basics of flying, operating your aircraft, lift, thrust, drag, and all that kind of stuff, that's a lot of stuff. But communicating with ATC by itself is an entirely new thing that you have to learn. Let's see what else. You can use add-ons such as FS Recorder. FS Recorder, for this particular video, it has virtual cameras, and you can put cameras just about anywhere, and then you can record your videos on your computer, and then using video editing software you can make creations such as this. Your options are literally endless. You can have, it will just take up all of your time. Having said that, if flight simulation was around when I was a kid, I'd probably be in the aviation career field right now instead of what I'm doing, being a project manager and whatnot. But it's literally a lot of fun. Let's see here now. Am I missing anything? Oh yeah. Once you decide you want to start buying add-ons, be safe. Shop from the two most popular e-commerce websites. One is called simmarket.com. The other one is called FS Pilot Shop, and both of those outfits, they sell just about all the add-ons that you're gonna want. There's some add-ons that they don't go through these websites, they sell them directly. Precision's Manual Development Group, PMDG, is one such outfit. They make add-ons for the big Boeing planes, the 737, the 777, and those add-ons are very expensive, very complex. They come with hundreds and hundreds of pages of documentation. You have to go to their website to get that. A couple of the websites only sell their products directly to the consumers. They don't come through these websites. But for the most part, these websites will have just about all the software you're going to want. Let's see. Am I missing anything? Okay, there goes our helicopter. Oh, speaking of helicopters, there are add-on helicopters. You can fly choppers also in FSX. But with choppers, you definitely want to use the SciTech and not a traditional yoke. What am I missing? Let's see here now. Cross-country flying. Ooh! I'm also a big history buff. I like history. So one of my flights that I've done before was I recreated John F. Kennedy Jr.'s flight. I went up and I looked on the internet with regards to what his flight plan was, the time of day he was flying, what time of year, and I recreated this flight. And you can do that in Flight Simulator. Specific flights throughout history that you want to go ahead and try and recreate. Let's see, what else can we talk about? It's too much to cover in one 18-minute video. Just know that you need two things to get started in flight simulation. You need money and you need time. And if you have a burning passion for aviation and you can't afford to join an aero club and pay an instructor or rent a real plane, flight simulation is by far the best option. Like I said before, FSX is an old program, and yet you got to do a lot of hacking to get it to work. Get good performance and good frames. But I'm gonna save that for a different video. Just know that you can run it on just about any computer made in the last couple of years, so it doesn't require a lot of resources. All right, I think I've blabbed enough. So let me just go ahead and wrap it up, and you can go ahead and watch the rest of this video. Only about 4 minutes left. Little landing right there. We're rolling to a stop here. I'm gonna do my taxiing, and we'll leave it at that. So I'll catch up with you on the power down. And I think that's it. Hope you found this video useful. I'm Flight Sim Guy. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.